Hello, everyone. This is Daisy X Machina, the drag queen detective who investigates all things speculative in science fiction, fantasy, and horror. And this is a Get Ready With Me where I get into drag to film a video later today. And we have Lynette and Frank. Thank you both for showing up. Oh my goodness. And let me know how your reading is going this week. Did I say I finished the Gin Bot? I don't really recommend it. I really love the story and I love the ending. But there are a lot of things I didn't like. It felt like it was showing a lot rather than telling. And there was just like a lot of chunky dialogue. I mean, these like big page long things of dialogue talking about politics and whatnot. It just wasn't for me. So I don't recommend Ginbot. And then I read a couple of middle grades because, as you know, I'm trying to break into the middle grade market. Not going well, but I read a Goosebumps, and I started reading the Graveyard Book by Neil Gaiman because there's a lot of conversation about like how much horror can you do for middle grade horror, and Graveyard Book opens with a I don't think he's a serial killer, but a assassin killing an entire family, but the baby escapes and goes to a graveyard and is raised by ghosts. Anyway, so that's my reading. Lori is here. We miss you, Lori, but thank you for popping in and saying hello. Ginbot of Shandaport. I don't recommend that one. For me. Maybe you'll like it. It wasn't for me. Finished one book this week, Everyday Life in Medieval London. God, I would hate living in medieval London. Oh, talking about middle grade books. So what I figured I would shoot today for a video is the Goodreads Reader's Choice Awards. I'll go through that and make my votes. But one of the conversations, at least among those of us who read or write children's books, is they removed the children's category. So there's no category for middle grade books in Goodreads, which is weird. Don't know why they're doing that. So, and children's books are having a tough time these past couple years because also Barnes and Noble's decided that they wouldn't, they'd pull back on their children's books, especially by debut authors. So I don't know. Just bought the Graveyard Book. Hopefully we'll read it soon. You read the Graveyard Book several years ago. Hey, Evie. Hopefully you'll enjoy Graveyard Book. I want to read The Jungle Book before reading that book. By Kipling? Okay. I don't think they're at all related, but there's a new House on the Cerulean Sea coming out next year. Oh, that's interesting. Really like that book. As you know, I was kind of so-so with the Under the Whispering Door, that what it's called. And I haven't read The Puppet, Lives of the Puppet, whatever that latest book was, but I'd be interested in reading the sequel, I guess, to the Cerulean Sea. Okay, so for makeup, I got a new wig. Wasn't planning on it, but I was talking to you guys last week where I got the red wig at a flash sale, and there's another wig on a flash sale. So I went back and I looked at it and I was like, okay, flash sale, under $100, pull the trigger. And someone commented on that red wig, oh, it looks like Peggy Bundy from Married with Children. And I didn't even put it together, but it is totally a Married with Children wig. What I know, the Jungle Book is, or the Graveyard Book is the Jungle Book. Oh, God, I didn't connect that. Yeah, instead of raised by wolves, raised by ghosts. Okay, I see that. I still like Barnes and Nobles, but they don't have nearly as many choices as the bald one. Who's the bald one? Buy myself a very bookish Christmas present. What is it? What is it? A short story advent calendar. I was thinking about doing, because you see so many YouTubers doing advent calendars, and I did see one for books, but I'm really leery about getting books that I didn't pick myself, these sort of blind random books. But the bald one's Amazon because of Bezos, of course, of course. Okay, so I want to try something different for eye makeup. And so far, I've been trying to do those really deep, dark jewel tones. I'm going to try to do a light lavender look because I got these purple eyebrows, but a light, more of a lighter lavender um, look. So I'm thinking about doing these cream paints to sort of darken the shadow, because I'm afraid lavender just isn't going to pop. So, and I will deepen it with a little bit of purple, but I want it to look lavender. So let's see what happens. Oh, my Doctor Who, I did the tier ranking of the 13 doctors, and it got a copyright warning, surprisingly, for the classic Doctor Who's, because I just want to do these little like 30-second clips just to make the video interesting. Um, so I can post it without any penalties, but I won't make any money from it. Or I could just do still photos. I don't know what I'm going to do. It took me so much time. Boy, this is light. Can you even see it? Okay, so I want to. Yeah, I know you can't see this, but hopefully once I put shadow on, you will be able to see it. Oh, what was I saying? Oh, the Doctor Who. But I'm kind of sick of looking at these Doctor Who's, and I knew it was going to take me a long time to edit the video, mostly because when I start looking for clips, I start watching the episodes. So I knew that was going to happen. Okay, you can't really see this lavender at all, but I'm just going to continue. Then I will deepen it with purple. Bezos. Advent Mystery Crime Box, 24 books each wrapped so I can open one book a day from 1 to 24 December. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Yeah, I think if I do that, I would do maybe like horror or something, probably not science fiction and fantasy, because I found I'm a little bit picky. Yes, purple. My stories are also hidden until you open them. From a highly regarded bookstore. Previous Advent boxes have been highly rated. Well, that's good. I bet that's expensive. Wow. Yeah, I cannot wait for Doctor Who. I want to drop the Doctor Who video on Wednesday. So, oh, yeah, if you don't like the books in the box, little libraries. I'm swamped already. I'm sure I've talked about this before, is I usually just buy one book at a time. So I'm a bad booktuber that I don't have. I really don't have a TBR. Okay, what am I doing? Okay, I'm going to do this darker purple. This really isn't lavender, though. Oh, well. Now, will this blend into lavender is the question. Not really. Yeah, this is looking more pink. Okay, I'm going to cut it. It's a little white and blue. Actually, I better do the same thing on the bottom. I mean, the other side. When I was doing the Doctor Who video, I was pretty rough on the Eighth Doctor, the one from the 90s where they tried to reboot it. For an American audience. Okay, so I'm going to take a little. See, that's the color I wanted. Oh, I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, so there really isn't such a thing as a dark lavender. Okay, I'm going to go with a real light blue. I mean, a dark blue, but a light line. Oh, while I was getting ready and putting on this base, I was watching this YouTuber. Oh, I forget her name, but she did. I guess she does like these little craft projects and bookbinding projects, but she put together the entire Wheel of Time as one bound volume, and it was like 6 feet long. And she sent it to Daniel Green. Okay. So I'm going to take a fluffy-ish brush. Okay, I'm going to hit it with the lavender, see what happens. Okay, now I'm going to take, I do have a light. This isn't lavender, shoot. Okay. I guess it's more of like a periwinkle. Yeah, sorry I'm not talking, just trying to figure these colors out. Okay. Okay, we read that. Not going to order anymore. Oh my gosh, Lynette, thank you so much for the money I don't make in the Doctor Who videos. That's probably all the money I would make. I can't remember. Have you read? Yes, I have read The Girl Who Drank the Moon. Excellent, excellent middle grade. I'm reading a collection by the same author. Oh, I just made a mess. Reading a collection by the same author on the last story, and I would really recommend it if you haven't. Yes, I have read it. Love it. Loved it. It's definitely middle grade. Yeah, it has that fairy tale quality I really like in like T. Kingfisher. Enjoyed The Girl Who Drank the Moon. I'm probably the one that recommended it. I'm so old. Remember when it was called junior high school, not middle school. I think that depends on the location. Because, I mean, when I went to school, it was called middle school. Just some jurisdictions have like 6, 7, 8 as middle school. Some jurisdictions have like 8 and 9 as junior high, but they're different from middle school. But middle grade is just a age category in publishing from 8 to 12. Sometimes they'll stretch upper middle grade to like 13 or 14. And young adults, which is kidlit, is usually from like 13 to 18, which is a strange age group. Usually the ages 13 to 14 are kind of lost in publishing. We have middle schools here, primary school from kindergarten through 6, and then high school. Ooh, high school's from 7 to 12. If I can't turn the sound on this Mac, okay, I'm going to turn my sound up. I don't like doing this because sometimes it distorts my voice, but I know I have a hard voice to listen to, so. Can you use a speaker with your Mac? Do you anything like that in Germany or UK where some leave school at 16 and go to apprenticeship? I like that actually. My nephew gave me an iPad. Maybe I should use that instead. In Tasmania, children either do 11 and 12 at a matriculation college. Oh, interesting. I never went to private school. Oh, got your library diploma from a technical college. That's interesting. Now reading The Light Brigade by Cameron Hurley, hard sci-fi. Okay. So, okay, I think I better do a dark purple down here because it does, I was going to say it does look a little more on the blue side. So if I could, I'm going to go back. Okay, that's my so-called lavender look. I am going to deepen the borders with black. You finished The Books of the North by Glenn Cook, and it's confirmed. I'm absolutely in love. That's the Black Company books. Highly recommend if you like dark fantasy. With Cook or the book. Started leaving jigsaw puzzles at the street library. Oh, I bet that is, they're almost immediately taken. That is so nice of you. I'm addicted to wigs, yes. You know, I was counting. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. Oh, God. And it's not like I make money doing this. Yeah, my Brandon Sanderson video did not do well at all. I think people find me now either for those movie videos I've done for like the 70s, 80s movies, or the Robert Heinlein video is really my only viral video on this YouTube channel. And I just think there is a fan base for Heinlein that's just not really catered to by many creators. Okay, so I think this is as lavendery as I'm going to get. I get my wigs from a guy named Friston, Friston, on Etsy. He's he's Hawaiian, theatrical wig designer, and he's retired. So as sort of his retirement hobby is he does these drag wigs for people. Rico, hey, just got a collection of Paul Anderson and Robert E. Howard. No, I have not read the original Conan series. I think Howard, I've only read She. I've definitely read some Paul Anderson, although I can't think of any titles right now. But that's the original Sword and Sorcery book, those old Conan books. Actually, because it's been picked up by other creators. You know what I did read a lot of was Conan comics in the 80s. And now it's a time when Schwarzenegger did his Conan movies. I don't need a wig. I have no idea. He is he's definitely not as old as Howard, but I guess his heyday was the 70s, Paul Anderson. Am I right? The woman who read Everyday Life in Medieval London has a speech impediment. She pronounces her R's as W's. So Washington and Washington, that's kind of Asianish. To be fair, there is an oversaturation of Brandon Sanderson content on book. True, very fair. Oh, she narrates the Life Ship Traders. Anyone listen to them? No. I love Life Ship Traders. I haven't I haven't listened to any of the Robin Hobb audiobooks. Wouldn't want to read about medieval London. They threw their human waste in the streets. Rico got the recommendation appendix in Dungeon Crawl Classics Core Rulebook. Oh, interesting. Kind of prepping to run a sword and sorcery style campaign. Well, you also want to check out Fafford and the Grey Mouser, which is Fritz Lieber. It's another classic sword and sorcery, a little later than Howard. But Anderson died in 2001. Yeah. I read many comics, but never got into the Conan. The Conans were a lot of black and white, those black and white comics. Okay, okay, I'm going to cut the crease. I should decide what am I going to, should I just do, I feel I should just do silver. Yeah, I'm not going to do anything complicated. I'm just going to do silver. Actually, let me put down, map out with my eyeliner. Now, I'm not familiar with the dungeon crawl core rules, but I know in the early Gygax books, he mentioned some of his inspirations. And one of them was The Dying Earth by Jack Vance, which is kind of science fiction-y, but it has like the memorizing or reading and memorizing a spell and then forgetting it until you read it again mechanic. It has ion stones. Which is, of course, very D&D. Okay. Another book that was mentioned by Gygax was, I forgot the name of the book, The Face in the Frost by Bellairs, who was a middle grade author juvenile author in the 70s. He wrote the House with the Clock in the Wall. But anyway, this is its only adult book. It's called A Face in the Frost, which I quite enjoyed. Oh, hey, Evie. Thank you. My phone's buzzing a lot. I think I read a book by Paul Anderson. Hey, DK Moon. If I recognize the... I don't think so, because the Star Wars book that I read that I liked, the only one, was A Splinter in the Mind's Eye, but that was definitely Ellen Dean Foster, who I can understand getting mixed up with Paul Anderson. getting these pop-ups saying I should clean my computer. I don't know what that means. You could clear your cache. You could defrag your hard drive, but that's usually not done anymore. Dungeon Crawl Classics is very much in the vein of the Gygaxian role-playing. Has a really cool magic system, emphasizes random generation. Refreshing change from 5e or Pathfinder. You read The Clock in the Wall is... Okay, I recommend The Face in the Frost. I think you would like that one, Lynette. And it's kind of interesting because it's about these wizards, but I love it when the main characters aren't your typical, 20-year-old swashbucklers or whatever. These were like older characters, older men. Gosh, I hope those pop-ups aren't a virus, because usually you shouldn't be getting pop-ups. I'm checking my phone real quick. Okay, I'll get back into that. My writing group is discussing things. Okay, so I have this eyeliner mapped out, and I'm going to put on, cut the crease. Do you guys hear my phone buzzing? I mean, I have the sound off. Okay, so I'm going to cut it with the silver. And merge it with some purple. Oh shoot, this is pink. Okay. This will come together in the end. I promise you. I think I have a paperback copy of The Face in the Frost somewhere. Oh, there you go. Bought at a library sale. I've never been to a library sale. It's been years since I've been to a library sale. You have about 1,000 printed books, 800 Kindle books, 1,600 audiobooks. That is crazy. I thought it was your phone vibrating. They say COVID is still here, but not getting any more. I was thinking about getting a booster. I got COVID once, and it was pretty mild, probably because I got the vaccine. Ooh, 320 COVID deaths in Tasmania. Yeah, Lynette's retired. That is 60 years of books. Okay. I think I can brush off this bake now. I'm going to put a little of this Okay, I know you guys probably can't even see what I'm doing, but as with drag makeup, it always looks a little weird until the end. Sometimes it doesn't come together until you put the lashes on. It's just how it is. Okay, I'm going to Start with the black. Oh, and my mother-in-law is visiting for a couple weeks. Okay. Yes, I know. This is like literally watching paint dry. Australia had about 23K deaths from COVID. I don't know the numbers. US had 1.1 million. I don't know. Tasmania shut our borders early in the pandemic. At one point, we went 500 days without any in the community. I'll get another booster before Christmas. Tested positive on Christmas Eve. Well, that sucks. Never been tested. You suspect you got it before the first vax. Okie dokie. Now I'm just going to okay, so the eyes are done. I didn't feel that ill with COVID, but then I got hit with bad fatigue over a month. Okay, so we're gonna do lips. And I do have purple lipstick, I believe. Okay. Oh, eyelashes. Almost jumped to the wig. Oops. I started another Ben Bova book. And also nonfiction about art theft. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I know nothing about the real world of art theft, just what Hollywood tells us. What's the Bova book? I think the world would improve if you put a limit on how much wealth a single person could have. You're not the only one that thinks that. Uranus by Ben Bova. And then Return to Mars in January. Might read Neptune in December. Reading a couple of books by your compatriot, Lynette author Candace. I don't know what you're saying. Reading a couple of books by your compatriot. The author's Candace Fox. I've never even heard of Candace Fox. Okay. Okay, mess. Give it a second to dry. Probably not your cup of tea, but she's kind of hot now. Just looked her up. She has written some books with James Patterson. I've not read a single James Patterson book. Why would anyone want to go to Uranus? Yeah, it sounds like a dirty joke. I don't usually like Australian mysteries. You do like Australian historical fiction. Okay, guys, you ready for the wig? Let me zoom out a little bit. Oh, jewelry. Let me put on some jewelry first. Okay, the new wig. Dun, 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 dun. Now these butterflies and flowers are glued onto the wig, which I wish I could take them off. I may try to take off the butterflies, but let's put it on as is. Trying to find the pins. Grab some gloves. Oops. Okay, it's another one of those tall wigs. Let me, there. So, now you know why I was trying for sort of a lavender look. And I guess I should have gone with sort of the more pinky lavender. I thought it was more blue, but they're living in space station orbiting Uranus. The person running the station insists it is pronounced Uranus. Like the butterflies? Yeah, they're not horns or butterflies. Horns would be good too. Uranus. The old 1950s. Okay, guys, so this is the final look. I was trying to go with the makeup that would go with this and probably missed the mark. I probably should have just gone purple. Yeah, the wig is very sort of that pageant drag, updo, if you know RuPaul's Drag Race. Okay, guys, so I am going to film the Goodreads reaction, and I may take another stab at re-editing the Doctor Who, but I just figured just go ahead and release it as is, because I've been spending way too much time on this Doctor Who video. But they'll be released on Wednesday before the premiere of the new Doctor Who, which I can't wait to see the new Doctor Who. We won't actually see the new Doctor Who for a while, so we're getting that crossover with David Tennant, who everyone loves, let's face it. Okay, guys, thank you again, and hope to see you next week. And as usual, may all the books you read be blessed.